Cats Broadway.
I did not. I thought it was from some other musical.
91.
Because I know that
It premiered
it was in
the
big
11
way
May.
before that.
John did it. John just did it to us.
Yeah, well, this time I got a notification so that I know that we are live.
Damn it. You guys are getting clever to my weirding ways.
Well, I'm always a little bit late because I'm seeing it on YouTube.
In any event, yes, we are live.
Hello, welcome to Social Justice Alchemy. It is the weekend, which everyone is talking for, but hey, if we give her the work week, which we really can, if we really want to, then every day can be the weekend. Don't you want to live in that world? This is Social Justice Alchemy.
I do live in that world.
Yeah, me too.
But also, everyone's basic necessities and needs are met as well.
That is a slightly different world.
Yeah, because Tom is retired, so it's not the same thing. But
yeah,
for me, the price of being always in weekend is daily pain. So you know. You have to be sure you want that trade-off.
Yeah.
Okay. I knew that song was older than Cats. It's from the movie The Way We Were from 1974.
No, that's in the song.
Memories light the corners of my mind, misty watercolor memories of the way we were. Scattered pictures of the smile. Yeah, it's from The Way We Were, released in 1974.
That's a Streisand movie, isn't it?
It is.
I knew that. I just wasn't going to tell you guys. Actually, I knew it was that old because I was just out of college at that point.
It's the beginning of the show, so we won't say this in common phrase.
The reason we're talking about the Barbra Streisand song is because Jonathan sang it. A little bit. The bit.
Tried to sing it.
Yeah, I tried to sing it.
Singing was, that's generous.
I screeched it.
There you go.
So how's everyone's week been?
Hot.
Nice.
Okay.
It was very nice here after some really hot few days, a week or so ago. It's been gorgeous. I've been suffering in solidarity, though, with Leto.
Down here, it's been quite pleasant. It's been, down in the 70s, which I think is the 20s.
Fuck you too.
I mean, it's only been down in the 70s at night, but still.
We had nights at 32 Celsius, so
getting there, yeah.
In the 80s, that's not fun. The worst is when it doesn't take a break, When it's hot all day long, even during the night. And I don't know, when you feel your skin is burning from the heat, it's not good. But that might be fibromyalgia too.
Nah, I think the French and Italian are just wimps.
What?
You're wimps. You just can't handle the heat.
Oh, okay.
So should we get out the kitchen? Or is that just Leto?
Just Leto.
Okay.
I don't expect her to be able to cook anyway.
What the fuck are you on about?
I'm just saying random shit. You know me.
And now that's totally expected of me. I am random geek. Some random geek.
Yeah, but not some random shit.
Mm. Well, there's maybe some geeky stuff that is shit.
Yeah, he likes anime, and there's a lot of shit in anime.
Yes.
A very lot.
Yes.
A heck of a lot.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of shit in a lot of media, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
Ooh, I watched Shazam this week.
And what
And
did
what
you
do you
think
think
of it?
about it?
That was fun.
Oh, yes.
I loved it. At the beginning, I was like, "What the fuck is that movie?" Because I think the beginning is a little, meh.
Yeah. It began as like a kind of like you're not sure what's going on because we're watching the villain's origin story as it were. But I think it like picks up once we like meet like Billy Baxton in like his teenage years.
Though even before that, when we realize what's happening, kind
Mm.
of. No, it was really fun and fresh, and that's a nice change of tone for a DC.
Yeah,
You
exactly. He
mean
was.
not relentlessly awful and a bad movie and hating people and not wanting to be a hero
Yeah, I mean,
and full of rapists?
yeah. Who's a rapist?
Um, okay, none of them are actually rapists. They're just kind of douches.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was about to say because it's like
No, Chris Pine is nice.
Yeah, Wonder Woman is the exception in that regard. But I've heard
Anyways, and
unpleasant things about Jason Momoa and Henry Cavill.
oh yeah.
oh
He
okay
kept
okay.
making rape jokes at what's her
Comic
name?
Con. Oh, Khaleesi.
Yeah, what's her
Emily
name?
something?
Emily Clark.
Mm.
That
And he
yeah.
kept on tearing pages out of Amber Heard's books because she wouldn't pay attention to him. Instead, she read her books.
Yeah. It's just like, dude, calm down. It's
Yeah,
like,
he's kind of
And you call
douchey.
me a jerk. I don't know. That does sound like a pretty wow, I didn't know that. I'm glad I didn't watch the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I still like Aquaman, but I'm not gonna say it's like a great movie that people should see. People could easily skip that
Oh
one.
god, I really didn't like that movie.
I didn't watch it.
The only redeeming quality I found of that movie is it's pretty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
The the visual effects are really nice,
yeah, I
and
brought
the colors are pretty.
yes. It
You
brought
mean
the
it has
underwater.
colors? They're not muted, crappy
Yeah,
Yes,
things?
it actually does have
has a
color.
lot of colors. It's very mermaidy.
Mm-hmm. The underwater world in Aquaman was quite well fleshed out. That was one of the joys in the movie. But it's like other parts of it is just like not as great. I
Yeah,
enjoyed the action of
the
it.
story the story is shitty. The I don't know the characters. I like Willem Dafoe, so I can't really talk shit about him. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the look in Shazam. You can see that Zachary Levi is having the time of his life. He's having so
Yes.
much fun, and that wasn't the case in Aquaman. You don't feel like the actors are having fun, which is what I had to the problem I had with Wonder Woman too.
Hmm.
Actually, it's
I thought your problem with Wonder Woman was what's her name?
Gal
Gal
Gadot.
Gadot.
Mm-hmm. Or Gadot.
Yeah, she's
I'm
an
not sure.
asshole, but the movie in itself, I liked it, except it takes itself a little too seriously. I thought
Yeah.
for a superhero movie. that's all the beef I have with it, which is not a whole lot. So
Mm-hmm.
I quite like Wonder Woman.
You are forgiven. I'm just a little bit defensive of Wonder
Yeah,
Woman,
you're a
not Gal
fanboy, we
Gadot.
know.
I'm a fanboy, not of Gal Gadot as person or as a IDF member, but as the movie. In the
Yeah, I know the
taking
movie.
itself, but the thing is, taking itself seriously, it's the origin story, and
I
so
know, I know.
it has to be narrative and expositive to a certain extent.
Uh, Wait a minute, Tom, because you're very quiet in my
Yeah, you're kind of quiet.
headphones. Oh, you're already at 200%.
I have him pretty much maxed out. Sasha found the camera.
Wait. All right, so I'm quiet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hear you very quietly.
Yeah, either you need to increase the gain on your microphone or
Move
do
closer to it.
move closer to it would be one solution. Yes,
How's this?
Oh,
That's
it's
good.
Much better.
perfect.
yes.
My lips are almost touching the damn microphone, and it's actually a little bit warm.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to eat the
I'm not sure I
microphone.
like this.
Yeah. Well, we could do the other way of the boomer tech solution of you have to go into settings, you have to go into your recording devices and increase the input volume there.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't know
Yeah,
how to.
yeah,
I'm not.
it's okay.
I have to learn how to do every time I do something. I have to relearn the whole process. I have to get into settings and you know work my way through the Windows menus. I don't want to do that. So I'll just eat the mic.
Yes.
Don't
Yeah,
you
that'll
have
make
that one of that nice mics with the round thing in front of it?
Silk screen?
Yeah.
Well, I have a spit screen or whatever the hell that thing is. I don't use it because
pop
I have.
filter.
Okay, thank you. I have a blue snowball microphone, and I have a foam cover for it that's supposed to act as a pop filter and
Yeah,
all
it
that other
should.
stuff. And so unless you tell me I'm popping or hissing too much, I think I'm gonna just keep this because I it the pop filter is just one more piece of junk to get in the way when I'm talking on the mic.
No, your sound is good. It's just a little quiet. So
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's probably for the best because uh, people have said that I'm kind of a loudmouth, and maybe this is just the way to deal with that.
no, it's not.
Well, besides, Tom, you're in a hangout with me. So
And me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Compared to you, I'm not going to say that next thing, but yeah,
No, but
we're thinking it now.
honestly, the people who manage to talk in a hangout with Jonathan and me are super powered.
Yes, I mean, which is why when Garrett decided to have me on his stream, he knows I don't need anyone else on the stream. I just need some random geek because between the both of us, we'll talk enough for hours.
Yeah.
I don't need any other guests.
Yeah, Garrett is chatty too.
That's what I like about him. But yes,
Yeah, me too. When you have a conversation with him, there's never a silence or.
Mm-hmm. So yes, Shazam is a really good movie. I recommend everyone go see it.
Yeah, that's fun. Well, it's a kid movie, so you
Mhm.
have to be in the mood for that, I think.
Yeah.
Not
Well,
not
I don't
every
know.
adult
Zack
likes
Schneider
that.
is a very immature individual all around.
Yes, but this is a different kind of kid movie. This is a kid appropriate movie. I want
As
to
opposed
have
to designed by and for people with childish intellects.
yes.
Anyways, it was fun. And you should watch it if you're feeling down.
Yes, it would be an excellent movie to pick you up. I like the acting across the board. Max Strong was pretty good as a villain, and I love the duo.
Mark Strong is always good. But
Yes,
anyways, I
yes,
fucking love him. And when I see him in a movie and I know he's going to play the bad guy, well, he always played the bad guy, anyways. I know I'm going to like it, even if it's kind of shitty. I know I'm going to like it. I don't
yeah,
know. I think he has good taste.
yeah. Max Strong was pretty good in the Kingsman's movies as well, even though he wasn't a villain in those ones.
I remember the first one. I know I watched the second one, but I don't remember it.
The best part of the second one was really Elton John. That's it.
Oh God, yes, I remember now. Yes. Oh yes, agreed. But yeah, Shazam, kids movie, very fun, very cute.
I love the messaging of the central theme as well, where it's just like it's family is what you make of it. You can just like search your whole life for the missing family, but and you might find family, but it might not be the family that you were expecting to find.
Yeah.
And plus, also, I said this like on Facebook and like Steve's comments because like last year I thought the movie Instant Family was quite good. I still quite enjoy it,
Which
but
one?
Instant Family with Mark Wahlberg and someone
You
else.
like
Yeah.
Marky Mark?
No.
I liked him in this movie. Yes.
Oh God.
But how I kind of this now I'm talking with absolutely no experience of being in foster care or being with people that like grew up in foster care, but the Instant Family movie seems to like the kind of like had the good light shine on foster care or had the representation of foster care in the best light possible in kind of like with the white savior families rescuing the kids from bad foster care or not great foster care as it were. So there's definitely that angle you can read the movie Instant Family from. But as opposed to Shazam, I think that one's much more, I'm guessing that's a much more accurate portrayal of like foster care. So I think a lot of people that grew up in foster care probably will see themselves in that movie, see a more accurate representation of what they kind of go through, minus all the bad stuff, I guess, because it is a movie. Yeah. And also, even though like we have like said that this movie is fun, others have like pointed out is like this is kind of a gritty movie too because it's people that happen to be in poverty and also like takes place in Philadelphia and it's always like takes place in like the impoverished areas or like it's under the bridges and places like that. So
Yeah, but it's not greedy.
exactly, it's not dark, grim, and like
Yeah,
have no
it doesn't
colors.
have a boner for gloom fascism or whatever.
Exactly.
Poverty porn.
The character just happened to be in poverty, and they're in the foster system, so of course they are.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but it's not romanticized or it's not gloom at all. It's fun and it's light and
Mm-hmm. And if a 15-year-old kid has like all those superpowers, what would he do? I want to try some of your finest beer.
that scene is so funny.
It actually tastes like vomit. Yeah, that's most people's like first impression of beers when they try it, or at least like when you get the really cheap stuff from the convenience stores.
But to be honest, the
PBR.
beer tastes like piss. So
Yeah, in my opinion.
well, I don't know. I never tasted piss, but it tastes
Mm.
like I imagine piss to taste.
Yeah, lagers, IPAs, pale ales. I really don't like those kind of beers. I like stouts and porters. I could do an amber. I can do like Hefeweizens and wheat beers. Yeah.
A Bach. There's a lot of really good beer out there.
Mm-hmm. Not all of it's made. Most of it's probably made outside of America, honestly.
I'm
to
Yes.
stand up. I'm going to stand up for PBR though, unless it's gone downhill since I was younger. That was my favorite beer, and I liked it because it reminded me of some of the better Austrian and German beers I had when I was over there in my late teens.
Hmm.
So it just, I tried a bunch of different beers when I got back, and that was the one that most closely approximated what I liked when I was over there. So um, you can say what you want, but I will defend the honor of Wisconsin PBR till, well, not to death, but
Yeah, we get it. You
till
like
till
to
a little
drink
bit.
piss. Okay.
Not anymore. I gave that up like 35 years ago, but
Yeah, I know.
that was my childhood. That was my weaning beer, and it's Wisconsin. So and as you all know, I'm recalcitrant in the chauvinism that I have from my home state.
John Brockman, the camera in the corner, that's live?
Yep.
And so
Trying to
I
keep
see.
the camera on the kitten, as difficult as that is.
And so we got like videos and photos of like the kitten of Sasha, but now we also got live. So even if there's like anything that we don't say, then we at least got
There's
kitchen.
always something going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we don't have any viewers anyway, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm enjoying watching the kitty play with the shoelace, so that I'm fine.
Yeah, I like
I
it
do
too.
have a bone to pick with you, John. I don't like how you're cutting yourself short. Everybody else has some kind of moniker after their name. You are unfortunately monikerless, and I think that's unfortunate. You shouldn't stint yourself like that.
Yeah, you are as much of a jerk as Tom and I are.
But he's already used jerk twice. I'm gonna suggest asshole. How
Yeah,
about that?
yeah.
Or kitty daddy.
No, asshole. Kitty daddy is too nice.
Mm,
It
kitty
doesn't
daddy
fit-
asshole.
it doesn't fit with the theme. Although
Kitty asshole.
kitty asshole is
But now you're blocking the kitten in one of the videos.
Yeah, you really suck.
yeah. Well, you know what I said. You know what I said. I think that is right. You asshole.
Yeah. I mean, Circle Shen sucks also works.
I'm with Tom. Have you watched more episodes of Good Omens, Tom?
No, I haven't. I've just balloon knot. There we go. Gotcha. That is, no, I haven't watched any more episodes. I don't know why, but have you?
No, I'm still too short of two. I'm not in the mood.
Yeah,
Can't believe you
I don't
yelled at
know.
me for so long, and I finished the series before you did. You
Yeah.
are.
Well, that's so that you can agonize over not spoiling it for us. Because if you do, I will hunt you down and kill you.
That being
As a
said,
failing
we,
Crowley
we,
kiss.
we have read the book,
won't
so
kill
we
you.
already know the ending. But
Yeah, it's not like it's it's a totally surprise, but
Jesus
I'm
hit
looking
the
forward to
iceberg.
seeing how they do it.
I did watch all of Good Omens, and I did really enjoy it. Thank you for the recommendations, because that was a good series.
yay! Now you should try to read or listen to actual real Pratchett
Yeah, I should.
without Gaiman.
Okay. So, which of the Discworld books is the first book? Because there's actually two available.
The Color of Magic.
Yes.
Color of Magic. I'm rereading that one right now.
That is
It changes
available at
in
work.
tone greatly from the first book to the 50th. Just be aware.
Okay.
Yeah, but not in humor. And that's the important thing in those books, I think. Do you want the link to download the audiobook from my cloud, Jonathan?
No, you can send me. You can DM me the link. Yeah. Later on, and when you have time.
Well, I just have to copy it from the private message I had sent to Tom.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to work a lot to get that link. So there's one missing. I don't have the all 42.
A
I have
gasp of shock and
41.
alarm.
Yeah, because the file was corrupted and I can't find it now.
Oh, speaking of, I recently read an article about Pratchett. See, I think you shared it, Julie? Pratchett
Yeah.
participating in a mod.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Now you lost my
that was
shit when
lovely.
I read that thing.
Oh yes.
Because I'm a TS player, so
TES, Elder Scrolls. Okay, gotcha.
yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Long story short, there was a mod working. There was somebody working on a mod for Skyrim to give you a companion that would travel around with you. And
Not
she started.
Skyrim.
Not Skyrim. Oblivion.
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 The fourth
Oblivion.
one.
Yep. And she started talking with Pratchett. Didn't even know it was Pratchett at first. And he basically helped her add depth and life to the character because he wanted to explore goblin caves without having to kill goblins.
Mm.
To make research for snuff.
Yep.
That's so cute. That story is
That
so
was
cute.
so cool.
That's sent Jonathan.
Okay. Yeah. I receive it.
So you have the 1, 2, and 4 for now,
Okay.
because I don't have the number 3, which is a shame because it's the first one with Granny Weatherwax, and she's kind of the
Equal
best
rights.
character of the whole movie. So yeah, equal rights. Yeah, but I can't find it anymore. It's one of the only 2 that are narrated by a woman too.
Mm.
The other one is Weird Sisters.
I really like Granny. I also really like Vimes.
Yeah, Vimes and Granny are the best.
Not so huge a fan of Rincewind in the university.
Me neither, but I mean, I don't think you're supposed to be a fan of Rincewind. He's a coward. You know what I mean? You're not supposed
Yep.
to like him, really. Well, I say that, but you're not supposed to like Nobby Nobs, and I love him, so it's too funny. Yeah, poor Jonathan doesn't know what we're talking about, so.
Because he's a jerk who doesn't read Pratchett. I think it's his fault.
Well, he has the 3. He will have the 3 first audiobooks soon.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Well, the 2 first and Mort, because I don't have equal rights. You're going to love Mort. I think Mort is. Given that you have seen Good Omens, I think Mort is going to be the one you prefer, Jonathan.
Okay, yeah.
It features death.
As a player character.
I am old.
Already?
I'm already old. I don't know. I'm for some reason I'm fading.
Well, you have to listen to your body, so.
Yeah, I really God, and I took caffeine pills and everything. I got a little bit of sleep. I should be ready, but I'm just fading. It's hard to pay attention. The only thing that I've been able to pay attention to for the last 10 minutes
It's
is
the kitten.
the fucking scissors on the floor by the kitten.
Yeah, same.
That was
God.
what the fuck are you doing, John? You
Replacing
asshole.
his bandages. Do you not see the
Yeah,
cone?
well, you're. I know, but you have the way it's set up on the floor there with just the cat and the dog. You might be replacing his fucking tail if they get to playing rough. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna have to beg off. I'm sorry. Uh,
Don't worry, honey.
but I got here and
You got here. You participated.
and I got to the point where I have another nom de podcast. Yes, bed. I'll talk to you all later, and I hope you have a great podcast.
See you around, Tom.
Toodles.
See you, Tom.
And that was Tom McDonald. Old.
Doug McDonbed. Yeah, you have to not launch me on Pratchett stuff because I can't shut up about it.
Well,
I'm-
you
I'm
can.
starting.
Someone else can always bring up the topic of anime, and you know how that will get me
Yeah.
going. So that's why I don't. I just like don't mind if for everyone else to talk about like Pratchett because I figured it's like it's only fair. I mean, the three of us can like talk about the games, and like I will leave Tom McDonald out a little bit. So yeah, it's just
Talking
natural.
about anime, have you seen on Netflix? There's a new Senseiya.
Yes, I did see that, and
I
it's like,
haven't
it's-
watched it yet, but I'm pretty excited. I'm going to watch it because I've watched Senseiya my whole childhood. So
yeah, that's the thing. I think I want to like find the old Sensei because I watched a couple episodes of the first Sensei. I want to watch like all of that and just for to enjoy old anime because me
I
and
was
Roberta-
in love with Shiryu when I was a kid.
Mhm. Yeah,
The
because
Dragon Knight.
oh yeah,
Sansa, yeah. So it's a Game of Thrones spinoff about Sansa.
no Sensei. Oh, there I go. I sing again. I'm sorry. It's kids in armor. That's just the
So
entire show.
Game of Thrones spinoff.
No.
No rape and boobs though, or dragons. Are there dragons in like Saint Seiya?
No.
There,
Only the Knight of the Dragon.
right. There
It's a
wasn't
zodiac-based thing, John.
Mhm.
So it's Western zodiac signs and Eastern zodiac signs too, and they are
Fighting.
personified by the knights, and yeah, they are fighting.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah,
dumb as shit, but it's pretty.
yes. All the
Very
all the
anime.
men are all the men and the boys are very beautiful and perfect yaoi fan fiction. Father.
Yeah, they're very beautiful and very feminine. Honestly,
Mhm.
if you can know who is a woman and who is a guy just by looking at their face, you're very, very good.
Yeah, that's a kind of like that's a game that
But
my
I like it. That I like the androgyny of the characters.
that is the thing that my brothers would always play. Like they will look at a character in anime or in video games, in Japanese video games, and go man or woman, and I don't know how I feel about that. I used to play along, but now it's just like it's whatever they decide. Then my older brother's like, oh yeah, I understand about the gender thing, but which sex are they? And to which I then go, why does that matter?
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
I think Saint Seiya participated a lot of my not giving a shit about that in my romantic partners.
Hey.
Hey Jamie, happy birthday, girl!
Thank you so much.
Very sorry about that. I did say like 2 p.m. On various different places, but I said EST, Eastern Standard Time, because
I
like
am so sorry.
That's why you should use UTC because you can't go wrong.
Yeah, I should.
Everyone else in the fucking world does. Fucking Americans.
Yes, fucking Americans.
But then how will all of the Americans be able to follow it in like Steve Shives' chat?
I'm pretty sure I did say 2 p.m. I might have only said 2 p.m., so that would have been my mistake. Damn it. Oh well. No, if they're here now, they're here now, but also I tweeted it out.
And Jamie's here, and it's your birthday. You're old.
Yeah, but I was already that.
She's like 20 years. Stop
Yeah,
it.
she's not old. She's a child. Tiny
Yeah,
little
she's a
child.
baby. I hate you. No, I don't.
You are about the same size and age as my kitten.
That is a slight exaggeration.
No, but for real, how old are you, Jamie?
If you want to share.
I am 28 as of yesterday.
Oh, okay. You're not as young as I thought.
No,
Tiny
I'm not.
little child.
So you're okay. I don't hate you.
Yes, she does.
The American anarchist with whom I am friends is like 21. I fucking hate her. Okay. I don't hate Jamie.
Yeah, no, I am significantly older than 21. I've been 21 7 times now.
So how many more times
I've been
can you not be
21 20 times almost.
I can turn 21 until people stop believing it.
Oh, that's very true. I don't think I can do that unless I just like go completely clean shaven.
Oh, right, it's your majority, right? I can't pretend to be 18 anymore.
I'm so sorry.
I could right up until I was maybe 30.
I'm pretty sure I could still pretend to be 18.
No.
I mean, I'd have to shave my head and lose the goatee to get rid of the receding hairline and gray in my beard, but I could pretend to be 18.
No, you can't.
No, I can't.
I don't want to.
You have wrinkles, old man.
Well, Jonathan, why don't you go ahead and sing Jamie Happy Birthday? It's a present to Lido.
No, don't sing.
Is that why Julie has music critic?
Yeah.
Jonathan sang a bit of Memories earlier, or the way
God.
you were, and she kind of tore him a new one because she is a jerk as well as a music critic.
Yeah.
It
I just reminded him that John and I have a musical here, unlike him.
Yeah, I don't.
I know I know he doesn't take it like badly. I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm saying that because my ears are fragile. Okay.
Hey, I took theater for 3 years in high school. I understand accepting like fair and maybe harsh criticism, but it is criticism.
It wasn't really criticism, Jonathan. You know, I don't give a shit if your pitch is good or not, right? I'd rather if you see. Shut up. I want Tarantino to die, not Jonathan. Jonathan is okay.
Whoa, hold on. I thought we established that like Quentin Tarantino is just an overrated director, while Jack Snyder is not a director at all.
No, she hates Tarantino and she wants him to pave the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
He has no face.
I have heard some things.
That is.
I fucking hate him.
Jack Snyder, though. You don't hate because he's not a real director.
No, it's not that I don't hate him. It's that
he's not overrated in the way that Quentin Tarantino
most
is.
people think he's bad.
Jack Snyder gets the wall too.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely gets the wall.
Cool.
Yeah,
We're on
no,
the same
yeah,
page.
of course you do. The guy has a fucking boner for fascism. It's obscene.
Mhm.
But I mean,
He is working on Fountainhead.
no one thinks he's a good cineast. You know?
It's only like a handful of people.
Yeah,
The
but
Randroids love him.
people who doesn't know what they're talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's
There are people who have genuine cinematic culture who think Tarantino is good, and that
yeah, a lot of
pisses me
people.
off.
Can you imagine having the job where you continue giving Jack Snyder work and don't get fired? Like somebody has to keep saying, "Hey, what if we get Zack Snyder to
Does he make them a lot of
direct?"
money? That's
Yeah,
really the
but
only calculation.
what if we get Zack Snyder to direct instead of someone competent, and then pay Zack Snyder bucks to make this movie, and then doesn't get fired?
That's because they're the head of the studio. When you
Yeah,
are the
if they
head,
make they don't care about quality, they just care about profits. And Zack Snyder has raked in profits.
I swear he is just like somebody's nephew.
Almost certainly.
It's not above board because you don't see it like thrown around, but like
Mhm.
you know his somebody's sister like secretly had a kid, like, yeah, this is like royal family like drama bullshit.
Royal family, yes, I can definitely see that. Yes. That also explains the disdain for the poor that Zack Snyder would have.
I think it's a little too redneck to be royal, but
Oh no, I totally agree. That's why I'm assuming that Zack Snyder is.
Zack Snyder did the remake of The Dawn of the Dead in 2004. Isn't that the one that had the lesbian shower scene over the end credits for no reason?
oh god.
I haven't seen that movie, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I saw the original. That was real good.
I need to see the original zombie movies like Night of the Living Dead and Dawn of the Dead. Day of the Dead, I heard is
I
like pretty
don't know.
good.
If you'd never seen him before, you're going to be disappointed, I think.
Hey, I've seen old anime before, and I'm not comparing like the
Yeah,
old Cutie Honey.
it's not anime, babe.
But I'm not going to compare like the old movies to like modern day in certain regards. I even seen Nosferatu, and I didn't think it was a great movie. I thought it was like okay, but like I can put my mind into the context of like I'm watching an old movie and can appreciate the movie like
Okay,
that.
I can't. So knock yourself out.
I mean, I mean, Don Olson also did this in a Folding Ideas when he talked about like Batman v Superman. It sounds like we all have like we all walk into like each movie in a different context. When we watch Batman v Superman, there's that whole context of like
I
all the
don't
media.
watch Batman v Superman. I still haven't watched it, and I'm not going to watch it.
Oh yeah, don't.
It
Yeah,
was
don't
a
watch
bad
that.
movie. Batman straight up murders a whole bunch of dudes.
Yes, he does. Yes. Batman's a fascist anyway. But when you get Zack Snyder to direct it, of course, it's just a lot more. And Zack Snyder's going to do like Fountainhead as well.
When you get Zack Snyder directing, they're both fascists. That's
Yes.
like, yeah,
Mhm.
that was like the whole conflict.
Yes,
They
including
both wanted
Superman.
to fash in the same territory.
When you see Man of Steel, you get how little that man understands Superman. I mean, I'm not a Superman fan, so I'm not that bothered.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't think Man of Steel was shitty because I don't give a shit about Superman, and I love the actress who plays Lois Lane. But the I know that that Superman is not supposed to be that way. So
Yeah.
I know it's crap.
Superman actually likes being Superman, and he likes helping people, whereas Zack Snyder
Yeah,
has him
and
hate people.
His parents have taught him to help people. In the movie, his father like
dies telling him, no, don't help other people.
Don't help people. What the fuck? This is so antithetic to Superman. I don't know. I'm not into Superman, but I've watched the Smallville show and
Mhm.
stuff.
That
So
that is like the epitome of Rand right there. I would rather
yeah,
die than have you help someone other than yourself.
Yeah. That's objectivism right there, and Zack Snyder's going to make Fountainhead.
That does not surprise me.
I think they're in production right now, post production. So that's a movie I'll avoid.
the thing is, they wanted to surf on the success of the Nolan movies, but they didn't understand what make the Nolan movie work.
Yeah, they being Zack Snyder. Just
No,
wanna
not just
hammer
Zack
that point
Snyder,
home.
the whole production team, because some people decided he was going to be the right director for that, and those are as much to blame as he is. Because how the fuck do you watch 300 and think the guy who did that is the good guy to make a Superman movie is beyond me.
How much money did it make? Ooh, that's money.
That's beyond money, because there are a lot of directors that could have been chosen who would
Mhm.
have made money just the same.
Oh,
But
who would have been the.
somehow the fashy vibe of Snyder was the
Mhm.
thing that, I don't know, attracted them. And it's weird.
Yeah, I mean,
Not for Batman. I mean, it makes sense for Batman, but
yeah.
for Superman, it makes so not no sense at all.
Mm-hmm. Who would have been a better director for like Superman then? That makes a lot of money. Hmm.
Brian Singer, I think
Hmm.
he
James
did one.
Cameron.
James
James
Cameron, yeah,
Cameron,
that was
yeah.
one that came to mind. Me, yeah. Those-
Though I think they would have had to pay James Cameron way much
yeah,
than they paid Zack Snyder. They don't
That's
play in the
probably
same.
true. Because
yeah, yeah.
like
I'm
the
not a
only
Cameron
thing
fan
that he
anymore,
did
but
that did
they
money
don't play in the
was
same
300.
courtyard, you know.
Mhm. I mean, yeah, I imagine it's not like James Cameron have to be really interested in the project if he wants to like do it, and it's not something that he's interested in doing it. So he would, and that would be the case where you have to pay him a lot and for get him to do that.
Even so, I don't think you would have.
Yeah.
Quentin Tarantino.
No, oh god! Imagine the horror. A
Yes.
Superman movie with Superman saying the N word every 5 minutes and beating up
Yes.
women just for the fun.
Yes. Yes.
To prove how like not racist or sexist the director is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Why like has anybody else noticed that like I don't even know if I've ever heard Quentin suggest this, but so many Quentin Tarantino fans are um just perpetually insistent that he's like a feminist activist.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Yeah, but
Mm.
he did a rape and revenge where instead of getting raped, the bride just got not quite totally murdered.
Yeah, but he ripped off like a Lady in the Snowblood or something like that.
Yeah, but rape and revenge aren't feminist. I'm
Right, yeah,
sorry.
that was my joke.
I
Mhm.
know, but I'm explaining, Jonathan,
Gotcha.
who
Right,
was
right.
responding seriously to your joke.
Yeah, I was responding seriously because
Rape and
yeah,
revenge are so not feminist. They can appear so on surface if you're a guy who has never been raped, I guess.
yep, that would be the contacts. Yes.
I've always found it weird that like I have definitely heard that take before that like a rape and revenge film is a feminist narrative and it's like how?
I have a friend who loves that genre of movie, but he knows he's not feminist at all.
Mm.
I guess the revenge part is kind of um cathartic.
I don't know if it's like it's not a women's empowerment genre.
No,
Though.
I know, but
It's
it's
literally an
cathartic for
exploitation genre for straight
yes,
guys.
yes, I agree totally. But I get why some people, some men would think that feminist because they don't understand it, and for them it's cathartic to see the revenge part of it because they have no idea of the trauma and etc.
Kind of like how like there have been I feel like recently I heard somebody more than one somebody talking about a Marvel movie within the last couple of years that promoted communist propaganda. I don't
What?
remember which one that was. Does anybody remember which one that was?
Okay, so which Marvel movie in the last 3 years had communist propaganda, supposedly?
None.
Oh
Well,
yeah, no, none of them could. Like they just couldn't. Disney wouldn't let that happen. Marvel
right.
wouldn't let that happen. They just
I don't even think they know what communism is. So,
I
The
think it
co-
was one of the ones that had a woman in it, and that was communisming.
oh, okay.
well, yeah, a lot of people had problems with like Captain Marvel because they were douches.
Yeah, Captain Marvel is totally communist. She
Yeah,
stole a dude's
it's
bike. That's
anarchist
communism.
even.
Communism
It's
is stealing
anarchism.
things, so she stole a dude's bike. Therefore, there you go.
Yep, totally anarchist as well because like the woman didn't smile. Out there, she not
Yep.
smile.
That is what we call in political science total anarchy.
Total anarchy. The women are not smiling.
And that's
And
also communism.
they are not nice to the guy who harasses them, so they are abusive. That's a take I have seen, by the
That's
way.
feminism. Feminism makes you not smile, and you beat up dudes who are just trying to be. They're just being polite and offering you help. It's a compliment.
Yeah, they're just letting you know how pretty they think that your object of a body is.
Your
Yep.
boobs are boobs.
And
Exactly.
they're
Yeah.
offering constructive criticism. You would be a lot prettier if you smiled.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah, you'd be so much prettier if you smiled. And make sure to like take off a couple layers.
Well, hey, I mean, we all know that feminism really means hating men.
I mean, eventually
It
that is
kind
kind
of
of true.
yeah, it kind of does though, but not in the sense of hating individual men.
Well, but it also is like
It's
um
it's the same
when you
thing
sit
that
around saying, "Hey, women matter," enough times, men will teach you to hate them.
yeah,
Hashtag
that's
yes, all
true.
men.
All of them, every one of them. Guillotines for them all.
Yes.
Sorry, John, I think that's just you here.
Yep. Well, I already got a miniature guillotine when I was a baby, so I think I'm okay.
Cool. So you
I'm
knew what
super
was coming.
offended that someone is stealing my guillotine thing.
Hey, I've been doing the guillotine thing for
You have your guns, for fuck's sake. Let me my fucking guillotine. It's cultural, okay?
Hey, well, I'm a Francophile. Let me steal French stuff and pretend that I'm cultured.
The French
I
is
have to
cultured.
be American. Give me that.
France is not cultured. I don't know why you think France is cultured.
Wait, you live in
No, I wouldn't
Oregon, right?
pretend.
So,
Yeah, I live in Oregon.
okay, hanging is still legal in Oregon. You can have hanging.
That I guess I'll. I'm
Hang
gonna
the
look this
fash.
up. Is that true?
I think Oregon, it hasn't been done in forever, but I think it's still on the books.
Capital punishment is still a thing here, but we use lethal injection.
Which isn't as nice as
Yeah, exactly. It's not as
Yeah.
humane as we like to think it is.
No.
There are currently 35 people on death row in Oregon.
The method of execution is lethal injection. Can't remember, but I remember hearing once upon a time that hanging was still possible in Oregon.
Lethal injection, because why give someone a quick death when you can make a spectacle out of it?
Yeah, I don't understand the concept of like they put you in a room and then they're like, "Hey, so people can watch you from the other side of some like bulletproof glass. They can watch you die so they can say goodbye."
No,
Don't
just so they
do
can
that.
watch you.
That's a
Yeah,
terrible
it's yeah. Remember, the entire point of our system is to punish people. It's to make people hurt, and it's no good if you can't watch them. Watch them suffer.
Are they like it's like that philosophical question. If a human being with feelings and like purpose and meaning ends up dying and suffering and nobody's there to see it, does it make a noise?
Oh, like the tree in the forest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're criminals, so they're not a human being, and they don't have feelings. No,
That's not how that works.
it is if you're a Republican.
Yeah.
But those aren't
Especially
people.
if the criminal is not white.
Oh, white people never had emotions or feelings or human. They
Right,
were
yeah,
never
white
human.
people are not people. Like white quote unquote people. Am I right?
Yeah, exactly. Sounds about
Hashtag
white.
yes, all white people.
Yes, all whitey.
Well, yeah. No, but your sarcasm are funny, but it's not helping.
Me? I'm sorry.
No, not just you, but John too. I mean,
We're American. This is how we deal with being American.
yeah, I guess no one of our potential audience needs to be explained that kind of thing. Even though, remember that person who was once our friend who served us some not all landlords. I'm never forgetting that ever.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I mean,
Oh, speaking of internet drama, did anybody catch mine this week?
I did.
Yes, I was waiting for an opportune moment to bring up Vosh.
Vosh.
Ghost?
do we have to though?
No, we don't. We totally don't.
Nope.
I am totally fine if we don't.
He
No, if you
is an
want to talk
asshole
about
among
it, talk about
assholes,
it. But do we have to talk about Vosh?
No, we
and
totally
Jamie
don't.
spent an hour or two schooling him on Twitter, and that's really all I know about him.
I never got past the single thing that I was trying to say. It was literally
because
one thing.
you were blocked like super early, and then you were trying to argue with another asshole.
Super early. I was talking to this guy like almost 2 hours. I don't think that's super early.
To Vosh?
Yeah, to
Mhm.
Vosh.
Oh,
Vosh was willing to put up with Jamie saying, "Stop it, stop it, stop it, no, stop it, stop, 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 stop,
Yeah, that
stop,
was
stop,
like
stop,
as far
stop."
as I got. Was just like, hey, so don't, you're
no, but
talking down to trans people about gender. Maybe
I
don't.
saw, but I did not read the whole conversation because honestly, it was dumb. Not your side,
Well, it was Vosh, so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I saw the big lines.
Yeah.
I love how these people always talk about their hypothetical part of their audience that are trans or
Yeah,
other
and
Well, no, they
marginalized
definitely
group.
have a trans friend. No, for real.
And
There
they
is
come
definitely
they
there are
listen
trans
to
people.
their trans audience that they don't know, but actual
Their
people
trans
who
friend
talk
lives in
to them,
Niagara Falls. You haven't met them.
no,
They
don't
have
listen to.
trans members of their audience, and I know this because they have like I've seen them mad at Vosh, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, apparently, even his girlfriend was banned from their Discord server because she
Yeah,
wasn't
she was.
she disagreed with him. So I mean, she wasn't really amused that he was risking their income just to be edgy on the internet.
I mean, he claims he makes 6 figures. It's not like he's gonna like maybe he'll make still 6 figures, but like a few less dollars this year. It's not gonna
if she was,
significantly impact his income.
she really seemed genuinely concerned. So I don't think he makes 6 figures.
Well, if he runs into an Antifa trans death squad, then maybe he will be in trouble. Because those exist.
I told you about that in confidence, John.
See, you're an asshole, John.
But besides, people who make 6 figures still have to like struggle to pay. Have you seen that like whole article about the family that makes $500,000 a year?
They can barely afford the mortgage on their 3,000 square foot home. You have no idea.
They can barely afford the fourth vacation.
They only have one summer home.
Guess what's my yearly income?
15,000 euros.
4,700 and change. That's my yearly income. So
luxury.
I really hope, for the sake of people who whine about only making 6 figures, that they never whine in front of me. Because I have a cane and I know how to use it.
John Brockman sent you some King Fu.
I don't need cane fu.
Cane fu is a real thing. Beware the cane.
I know it's a real thing.
But you can also aim for the knees easily.
But you don't. When you have a very light and foldable cane, you don't need cane fu to use it as a, say, baton.
Well, you could just be American and then have a gun cane.
But I don't want to be American. You know,
but it's technically a rifle. So
I have healthcare in my country.
You don't even need a license for it. You don't even need to show ID for it.
Oh my god! I remember like hearing of like other people just like talk about, oh yeah, I'm going out there 100 ranges gun and stuff like, and it's like so you just pay $50. There you go. Here's the license, and then you can go buy a gun in this state, in Washington State. It's like
leftists in America, arm yourselves. That's all I'm going to say. I will enjoy my healthcare, but enjoy your guns.
I guess so, since we have that right.
No, but I'm serious. Because if you let the right-wingers and the cops having the monopoly on violence, you're going to lose.
John Brown Gun Club is a thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then there's the Redneck Revolution or something like that.
Yeah.
The Socialist Rifle.
Yeah.
Socialist Rifle Association, is that?
So I'm telling our audience, very limited audience, if you're an American and you're left wing, get a gun and get training.
There is a gun range in
Have a good day.
where I live.
Of course, there's a gun range where you live. You're in like the most white supremacist place outside the Bible Belt.
There are gun ranges in Pacific Northwest is pretty horrible.
Yeah, the Klan basically tried to colonize Oregon.
We had laws that straight up said that on the books for a long time that said
white
that
people only
whites were allowed to reside here.
Okay.
This is America.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes I'm.
Yeah, it was a sundown state.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
If you were caught here after sundown and you weren't white, you could legally people could just kill you.
Buzz the.
Hence, NASCAR is incredibly popular up there in Oregon.
Please don't remind me.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me because, even in Seattle, there are still I still got coworkers that talk about hunting. So it's like there's a lot of evergreen forests in the Seattle area too. It doesn't take that long of a drive to get there.
Mm-hmm.
That is true. But we live in a evergreen rainforest.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Which is where the rain comes from.
Yep.
A lot of people don't seem to know that, and that's just fun to remind them.
Mm-hmm. It's a temperate rainforest.
Yeah, it's nice. You don't walk outside and immediately sweat until global warming gets.
Yes.
Transforms you into San Francisco.
Yes. There might be the forest fires now occasionally each summer. During August, I bet.
Yeah, that's been an issue. Speaking of, did you guys hear, was it a week ago or 2 weeks ago? There were temperatures recorded in the Arctic Ocean of 84 degrees Fahrenheit.
The fuck?
Mm-hmm. That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, me neither. Given the temperatures we have here.
And there goes the last polar bear, I guess.
Yeah.
That's almost 30 degrees for people who use real temperatures.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's the temperatures we have had at night the whole past week. And all I have to say is poor bears.
I have an idea. Let's start feeding Republican senators to polar bears. Win-win.
Yes. Not just
save
senators.
the polar bears. Feed them some anti-global warming doing something about it activists. Can we even call them activists? Let's just call them garbage.
Inactivists.
Well, they're not even inactive. They're just
fascists.
Yeah, they're what they do isn't be inactive. They go out and they block reformations.
Yeah, that's true.
Which may or may not be why it is that reform is not a good strategy.
Yeah, I mean, I will still vote. I actually have a ballot, because primaries.
Arm reduction is important, but it's not the end goal.
Yeah, exactly. Because, okay, things are probably slightly better in Sweden and Norway compared to America. True. Sweden and Norway still have their problems, and
not
they still
really. The only reason it's slightly better is because they don't let anyone in their country.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, so let's be honest, America doesn't do that either.
Mm-hmm.
And their wealth, just like ours, is based on imperialism.
Exactly. I was gonna say, they just have similar amounts of imperialism they benefit from, and smaller populations to distribute it between.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and they don't spend it all on the military because the United States has that covered on their behalf.
Yep.
The United States should really, really stop with their fucking military boner.
Well, but that is literally our everybody is friendly to the US, or scared of the US, one of or the other, because of how much we spend on our military. And that
is that still the case though? Have you seen how your president is treated every time there is a UN meeting? Everyone is
totally
mocking him in its face.
Yeah, totally. But the
but they're still scared of our military.
The issue is that our military will invade them as soon as they do something that's not great for us in terms of capitalism.
I don't think so, because imagine the US decides
I think Latin America and the Middle East would disagree with you.
No, but yes, I'm not talking about Latin America.
We can't invade Western Europe or Russia or China
That's true. They're nuclear
or India
capable.
or Brazil. But
Or
Imagine the US invades, say, I don't know, Germany. Do you think the rest of the EU is going to do nothing? You have the rest of the world on your fucking ass. You will never, ever invade a Western country.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but keep in mind that we spend like 10 times what the rest of the world combined does on military. Like,
and we still don't have the
Right.
most powerful military anymore.
That's true. China beat us.
Yeah, there's that.
I'm pretty
Because
sure
we spend
even
our money
us,
stupidly.
I am pretty sure even us in France have better planes than you have.
I no doubt about that. Honestly,
No, we're the best. Shut up. Shut up.
best at being the worst.
Shut up.
The US is becoming a caricature of itself. It's being a joke, and
hmm
the people who are the most openly patriotic are the ones who are making it so, and they don't even realize it. And it's kind of half sad and half Schadenfreude.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. Okay, so um earlier this week or something, I did like reposted like a meme of I'll try to find it so I can like post it in the Discord so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But it's kind of like how US like killed socialism in all the Latin America countries, and to which the person who was like firing the gun at all the South American countries said, "Why would socialism do this?" And yeah, one person
Oh, I
commented.
know that meme. Okay.
Yeah, one person commented to me, "If you hate our country so much, how about you move to those countries?" I'm half tempted to respond. I am American. I'm not. I'm in this country and I'm critical of it. So yeah.
I think that they know that, and they just have this idea that
They probably think you're brown.
either you should be fascist like them, or you need to get out of their fascist nation.
Or die. They'd be happy with him dying.
I mean, that
Well-
is a sort of exiting from the fascism.
Oh, hello, Social Justice Demon. And hello,
Hey,
Mithra Hunt.
Demon.
So we finally got some other actual audience members in our
Hey,
live
how's
audience.
everybody?
Hi, babes.
We're talking about happy stuff like fascism and how America's terrible.
Yeah, it's totally for Jamie's fault.
Yeah,
Before she arrived, we were talking about Shazam and funny stuff.
And
they
Pratchett.
invited me on by mistake, and now we're talking about how the world is ending.
Mhm.
Well, I
mean,
tried to
there's-
get Jonathan to sing a song, but
Memories.
Oh.
you're supposed to sing Happy Birthday.
And now I'm
Oh.
swearing. You know it's bad when I'm starting to swear in French.
Why is that bad? Isn't that just French? Or are those the same thing?
Bon anniversaire. Bon anniversaire. Ta maman est un putain. Bon anniversaire.
I think the German version is.
I think I got that right.
No, you didn't.
But no, I don't remember the rest of it, so I'll stop there. Jamie, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Oi, oi. There you
How
go.
do
I
you
sang.
manage to be off pitch on that song? It's amazing.
It's a talent I have that I got from my dad.
It's fucking amazing.
Thank you, Social Justice Demon. Did anybody else see the video that that Steve Shives did for?
Oh yes, I did. Yeah. It was in
Oh,
like
the Stephen Stuffy episode
Yes.
for you. Yeah, I saw. That was so
Mhm,
cute.
Yes.
hey, was that
But it's nice to fucking know, isn't it?
Apparently, I spoke to him on Facebook, and he explicitly told me that scene was canceled. So Jack canonically says
No,
things like
yeah.
that about pronouns for no reason.
He didn't even use their pronouns. Why'd you ask? Well, it's nice to fucking know.
Yeah, that little video was so cute. Well, no, it wasn't cute, but you know what I
It was
mean.
wonderful.
The intention behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Steve is fucking amazing, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Steve is great. I love Steve.
Mm-hmm.
Steve is the only liberal I tolerate. Well, no, there's Christy too, but Christy's my friend, so it's different.
Mm-hmm.
I would love if Christy would stop like straight up promoting the woman who
Kamala
has
Harris, yeah, I know.
systemically gotten trans women prison raped.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we don't talk about that.
Yep.
I apparently do.
Well,
No, but, I mean, we've.
Oh, thank you so much,
Christy-
Mithril Hunt.
And congratulations to your daughter for almost but not quite getting in a fight with Tommy Robinson fans.
That is actually pretty cool. Who's Julie? Your daughter?
Mithril
No,
Hunt's
no,
daughter.
not me. Mithril Hunt. I don't have
Oh,
children.
I'm sorry.
Ew.
Did you
Kids.
just ew at having
You have a
children?
cat, same thing.
Yes, I yelled at having kids. Never ever. Anyways, I'm almost stale now, so.
I was gonna say, like, I know for a fact that Jonathan doesn't have kids, and I know that John
Mhm.
doesn't have kids. And last I checked, I don't have kids, but I might want to double check. But Julie,
You probably would have
that
noticed.
was the last question.
No.
if I happen to father the child, I'll be like, I'm okay. I'm sorry, but we have to do the DNA thing. I can definitely do my best to raise you if you need someone or find someone to help you. But that DNA, if you're saying that I'm your biological father, because something had to happen during my sleep for that to happen. I'll just say that.
Yeah, I think I would have noticed too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, there's a strong chance I would have also noticed.
Given that it would have been in my uterus for some time.
Yeah.
Is it really your uterus, though?
Yes. It is. Oh, don't.
Here in
start
America,
with-
it belongs to someone else. It belongs to Jesus.
Yeah,
You're in
but
America.
I'm not
belongs
in
to
America.
fucking, like the Supreme Court, apparently.
Yeah.
It belongs to your closest living male relative if you don't have a husband.
Okay, but I live in a civilized country, so
No, you live in France.
Do you?
compared to yours, yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm not defending mine, but
I mean, okay. So what is
Like I said last week, we don't have concentration camps, and that's how low the bar is.
that
Do
is
you
Don't have
far for
concentration camps. You can
civilization.
get an abortion.
I mean, the Philippines president is one to like kill all drug addicts, but if they don't have concentration camps, then yeah.
So they're still not as bad as you. You must be
Yep.
so proud.
I would agree that
Actually,
they are not as bad as us in that regard.
Does Saudi Arabia have
I'm
concentration
not defending-
camps?
I don't imagine they would.
They did
let anybody
allow
live
women
how
to
you
drive,
do.
though.
That's right. They let women be almost people now. They can move.
They
Yeah.
can drive.
They
That
can
might
move
allow them.
without permission.
They might allow them to also like drive taxis and like do Uber stuff, but like I don't know.
Only
specifically
for
about
other
that.
women, obviously.
Okay, that makes sense. Yes.
Otherwise, they would just be the same
still
thing as
they don't
whores.
have concentration camps. That's amazing, isn't it?
Actually,
Yeah, it
they
is
might.
amazing.
I think the definition of a concentration camp is
Yeah, I
internment
don't
without
know.
trial. So I think that their prisons probably
Hasn't the
do
US
count as
been doing
concentration
that
camps.
for like decades. Then
Yeah, it has been
Yes.
doing that for decades. At least since like, well, ICE was came about because of Homeland Security, and that happened in the Bush area, and it continued on during Obama, and so there's
Did we
that.
not have prisons like that before Guantanamo?
Oh, we probably
We-
did. Yeah, that's a good point. Because
Well,
probably
we were,
did.
during World War II, you had.
yeah, we
Mhm.
did.
We had the
So-
Yeah, I know
Japanese
we did
internment
during
camps.
World War II, but I just I kind of something in me says America is kind of garbage,
Yes.
and we probably never stopped having them.
Yes.
But I didn't like there's several decades where I've never heard about any of it happening.
Right, of course, because
What-
mainstream news is not picking it up because reporters can also just go completely missing.
Well, also after World War II, your country had the good taste of being kind of ashamed of what it did to Japanese Americans. So maybe it got a little better before 9/11.
We were mildly socialized for white people.
Yes. But apparently, no. Apparently, we don't.
I don't
have
know. Your
consci-
country is fucking weird. You know that, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
and I had seriously had this conversation with a coworker. We don't have concentration camps because we don't have gas chambers yet.
Yeah, that's a death camp.
Yeah,
That's
I
not
said
the same thing. But
I
I know
said-
you. To your well,
This is
your
my right
education-
libertarian coworker.
your education system is crap.
Yes,
and
it is.
You're probably not taught in school the difference between concentration camps and death camps, and
Mhm.
you're probably not taught in school that you actually ran concentration camps during World War II.
Oh yeah, we weren't taught that. I don't
So
remember where I learned that actually.
you
Probably
know,
like in recent years.
I went to a really good high school, so it was mentioned briefly.
Yeah, I was gonna
Mm.
say it was not part of the curriculum, but my teachers didn't let it go unmentioned either.
Okay.
Yeah. I took
That's
AP
good.
US history, so college course, so slightly better.
yeah, but
Yeah, and
for example, in France, we learn in college, so the high school, the equivalent of high school, about colonization. You know,
Hmm.
But do you learn
we
about it
don't
as a
have-
good thing or a bad thing?
a neutral thing. It's
oh
complicated.
boy,
It
That's
depends.
good.
It depends on the teacher, but we know it happened at least.
Yeah.
That we went to countries. We know we committed genocide in Algeria.
Mm.
So you don't need to specialize in history to learn those,
hmm
regardless of what the teacher wants to make it so a good thing or a
Yeah,
bad
but
thing.
colonization was a good thing. You gave them civilization and medicine
Stop
and
it.
capitalism.
This is the discourse of our politicians
Mhm.
in 2019, and I am not amused. Because certain African countries still are paying us for
And Haiti,
decolonization.
yes.
I don't know if Haiti is still paying us. Maybe. I don't think so, but maybe. I don't know. They, certain African countries pay us because they use our money,
Mm.
even though we don't use it anymore now.
Yeah. Okay. That reminds me at the last video.
It's not
from-
fun. Anyway,
Yeah, that's what reminds me. The last video of Dumpster Flowers Dark Side of Liberalism video series, which is still an excellent video series, one that I constantly recommend to people to check out. This is why I'm not a liberal anymore. This was before that, though. It was no longer a liberal long before this. I saw this video series, but just like, here you go, all the facts, information, quotes, and philosophy about like the dark side of liberalism. Tell me that it's okay to be a liberal still. And at the end of it, it mentioned about a documentary that he did link in the description that I got to see, where basically like all of the underdeveloped countries are indebted to like us, even though we come into their country and invaded them and stripped of their resources, and they still have to pay us back. Oh, isn't it great to be the white supremacist, like, saviors of everyone else? Saviors, in quotes.
That white savior thing is really frustrating.
Anyways, my point was that you like a lot of education, so it's
Yes.
not surprising that the comparison with concentration camps shocks so many people. I'm not
Mhm.
talking about the political elite who are like, "Oh my God, how dare you?" Because they know
Yeah.
they are educated, okay. But
I don't know. Have you seen that video of an American like politician who
Some of
has
them.
it explained to him that by like a news anchor that you don't legally have to swear on specifically a Christian Bible when you take office?
oh
Yeah,
And he
you can
just
actually
sits there
see his
completely
brain.
dumbfounded in silence.
Okay, I'm going to watch that clip because I want that shot in Florida. But because remember, some people would elect certain politicians because, hey, that's a person I can have a beer with.
no, but I'm not trying to excuse the people who are pro concentration camps. You know that, right?
Yeah.
I'm just saying a lot of people are shocked by the comparison because they don't know any better. Because your school system is fucked.
Yeah, it is.
I just put a link in the chat for the guy who learned live on CNN that you don't have to swear on the Bible to become a politician.
A different link to the same video in the Discord.
Oh, in Discord.
Oh, from Father
It was a spokesman
I
for
like that handle.
pedophile rapist Roy Moore.
Oh, yes. I mean, yes, Doug Jones, who was the Democratic senator that like won that like special election in Alabama, is better than like Roy Moore. But I remember seeing something about Doug Jones like basically like siding with conservatives on something, and I forgot what. And I was just like,
abortion, basically.
Probably.
I mean, when your adversary is a literal pedophile, it's easy to be better than him. Again, low bar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
low bar.
Yeah, okay.
Democrats,
so that is a low bar, but also he barely won.
True, he also did barely won, and it was there was like the black women that like some of the black women that were really fiercely organizing, just like driving around in the van to get in like other like women of color to like be a transport for them to go to the polling places so they can actually like cast their ballots and cast their votes. And then and I'm in Washington State. I have my ballot right now in my hand right now. It was mailed to me like a week ago. I can easily just like I just had to fill out the ballot and send it back in the mail, and there you go. I voted. It's so easy and it should be also automatic registration for everyone once you're 18. But other states don't want to do that because then they'll lose elections.
Yeah, Oregon has the same system. I am a little concerned by that system because it literally requires a mailing address for you to be able to be part of the voting process.
That's a good point. There's another procedure for those who don't have a mailing address where you can just like go to like a election office, I think, and just ask for a ballot.
Well, you can get a PO box, can't you?
You have to pay money for that, and if
right,
consistently afford, like it's like
rent.
rent.
Yeah, you're right.
Consistently afford it.
Didn't think about that.
Well, yeah, that's a part of the whole systemic problem of like homelessness, is where it's like that's why I never hear it, but like there are sometimes that it happens where it's like this was an American Psycho actually, this scene where like the American Psycho said to a homeless person, "Get a job." Well, have you filled out an application before? And most of them are now online, so there's that barrier, and every single.
They require addresses and things like that.
Phone number. So if you don't have
even if they don't require a phone number and an address, they're not gonna like you show up for an interview and you haven't had access to like a shower.
Which is why homeless shelters and other like mutual aid societies is good praxis, people.
Yep.
And squatting.
Exactly. Portland has some public access facilities like that, but it
Squatting
needs to
is
be so
only
much better.
accessible to able-bodied people.
That is also true.
Yeah.
I don't vote because it's too much of a bother. There's
I vote
it's
because harm
it,
reduction.
no, but I mean, it's not cripple friendly.
That's
For you. Yeah, that's valid.
I didn't mean to criticize you.
No, I know,
I was justifying myself.
I know, and in my country, voter suppression isn't as much of an issue as in yours. So
That's a fair point. Yeah.
that's why every time I see people fear mongering about Marine Le Pen and stuff like that, she will never ever pass in France.
The thing is, you gotta
Macron
learn.
isn't better, to be honest, but
Yeah, exactly. He's still a neoliberal.
no, but his policies could rival the far right policies. But the issue with the far right in France, they're pretty aristocratic, and if there's something we hate more than a brown people, it's an aristocrat. So that's our redeeming thing, I guess, to not be as bad as the US. It's not because we are better, it's because we hate aristocrats.
It's not because you're less racist than us. It's because you have more of a class war going on than us.
Yeah, it's
Well,
because,
we're kind of similar.
also
We hate the Jews.
union.
That is not. Please don't.
Yeah, I know.
That is leveraging some really concerning ideas to make a joke out of.
That's fair.
Yeah, but that is why we hate academics, I think. A big part of why we hate academics. Not only does it challenge fascist control over thought, but it also, there's a lot of Jews in academia because they bought into the lie that education was a way to get things better for yourself in the U.S.
Isn't it, though?
I
mean,
education
is always about class.
Better is so relative.
Education should be a way to get better things for everyone.
Yeah, it should
but
be.
Education in the U.S. was always about class. And when the Jews started getting in...
Education is about class everywhere, even in France.
Yeah.
It's just less so because we have socialized a lot of things.
And
but
I don't...
I mean, the difference between our countries is just a small thing in history that has to be changed, and I don't.
It's not less so. I don't think it's just that being of a different socioeconomic class impacts you less because there's the, what do they call it? The social safety net.
Yeah, and we have healthcare for basic healthcare for all, and
yeah, that's true. Yeah,
and you have very powerful unions.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and you have work contracts.
Oh yeah. Can you imagine being able to apply
that's
for
one of the things I will never get about the US. I mean, workers who think unions are bad and work contracts are bad. What the fuck? You've been brainwashed. Brainwashed well.
Yes, we have. Oh god, it's like, and yet, my dad, he pretty much is like, my parents couldn't afford to send me to college. They encouraged me to get a job or make my job being applying for scholarships. And at least with scholarships, I wouldn't have to pay them back. But now I can get Pell Grants. But I'm not sure if I think those kind of things can at least get me to afford the community college version of the associates, but I don't know about the whole bachelor's. But honestly, personally for me right now, as I'm just speaking out loud, it's be like the time thing that's like, and I still kind of wonder is like, what would I get out of like going to college that I can't get in other places? Because I already got the
Yeah.
debts.
Yeah, I was going
Pay
to
bump.
say a better paying job, but if you have the debt, is it worth it?
Yeah. Every time you
It
get
can
an
be,
additional degree, you get a bump in pay.
Mm-hmm.
because you don't get that much more pay, but the opportunities for jobs are larger, which means
Mhm.
that
Okay.
when you lose your job, and you will,
Yeah.
you'll have an easier time getting a new one.
Mm-hmm.
And it also means that the kind of work you do is going to be less strenuous and is going
Mhm.
to take less of a toll on your body and might take less time out of your life for you to be able to
Mm.
survive off of it.
Yeah, your society is way more cleaved than mine. I had a feeling. Even though,
Yep.
I mean, anyone can go through college here in France because it's not free, but it's like if you want to go to a private school to do, I don't know, the best school for medicine, let's say to become a doctor, it's going to cost you like maybe 20,000 bucks total, and you can become a doctor while going
That
to
is less
to.
than a year's
I
tuition
know, I
at
know, I
local
know.
public universities here.
What I mean is even
God.
the thing we consider expensive here uh, is like not expensive in the US. So, and we have a better education too.
Mhm.
Not in France per se, but in Europe in general. I don't know what that way that is, but I, if there are young people that are listening to us and that are maybe uh, thinking about going through college for a long period of time, maybe look at, I don't know if it exists in the US, but the Erasmus programs to go to college in another country, so in Europe.
Mm.
I think it
And then
can,
stay in Europe where people are
and
nicer.
stay in Europe, yeah, or
Yeah, I
not
actually
if you
looked
don't want to. But
into getting into those, and those can be really hard to manage.
yeah, but it can be worthwhile to if at least look into it to see if you qualify or if you can.
Yeah, that's totally true. That's totally true.
Especially if you want to go to college for jobs that are particularly expensive, like law school or medicine or stuff like that. Maybe it
Or
could
if
be
you want to get a
worthwhile to.
job that isn't going to pay for the degree. Or if you want to get a job that like would pay for the degree, but there are few positions in,
Mm-hmm.
and then yeah, that competition would put you in a situation where it's a higher risk for you to enter that.
So yeah, I don't know because I know even for mundane, well, I don't like to say mundane, but to go into careers that aren't that elite, like law or medicine, you have to pay quite a bit too in the US if you
Yeah.
don't go
So.
through community college.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I didn't go to university, so not because I couldn't, but because I didn't want to.
That was kind of part of my reason. I just didn't want to. I didn't like school that
Yeah,
much in
me
high
neither.
school.
I wanted to use my hands. Fucking ironic when you know what I have, but
Honestly, I thought I wanted to be an actor, and I was like, no, that like you don't need to go to college to like be an actor. It could help, yes, but it's like it's not required. And but then I just never moved to like to go and do that, and I think I'm kind of glad I didn't because I would have been, unless like I got really lucky, I've mentioned I would have been like destituted. That's just my impression. So that's why I was afraid of that. So that's why, and also probably afraid of like moving out of my comfort zone, my bubble, my safe space, or no, that'll be the wrong word for it. I'm sorry. Be out of my comfort zone. That was honestly what it was. But yeah. I still would love to do acting, but yeah. That's why I want socialism! Or at least wanted to be
Don't you have to move to like Los Angeles to do
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, in order to seriously pursue a career, I have to go where the work is.
That
But of course,
sucks.
yeah.
Nope,
But
we have
also,
the internet. You can work from home, selling essential oils and stuff.
as part of the
Well,
MLM.
let me tell you, it's easier in The Sims.
Easier to work from home in
Everything's
the Sims.
easier when you're a lesbian mermaid living in a loft with 2 cats.
Yeah, and a kid. I have a kid now.
Who
I
told you
I
about
I
my
adopted
life
baby
story,
Ariel.
John?
What do you say, Jamie?
I said, who told you about my life story, John?
Julie. Julie did. Julie is basically your Julie's character in The Sims. I think she's
No, because
micromanaging your life by magic.
it's my
Thank you,
my
Julie. I
Sim
appreciate these
my
horrible things you're putting me through.
my Miss Sims doesn't have a partner though. She's alone
Oh,
with
I don't
with
either.
her 2 cats, and she has adopted a black little girl whose name Ariel, and is going to be a mermaid.
That is so cute.
Yeah.
So she's going to be a mermaid?
Yeah,
Is there like a
because
surgery for that? Or
no, there's some magic stuff.
Okay.
It's magic. And when Ariel is grown up, I'm going to revert my Missim to not a mermaid and move her away from the sea and find a cute girl
Yay. That's
to
adorable.
to be old with while Ariel lives her mermaid life. And she's probably going to find a girlfriend too. Because I don't know why I tried to have a baby with a guy with my Missim, but I don't
ew,
know. Guys are kind of ew.
gross.
Sims.
Totally fair. Totally fair.
So
Go back where you came from, hetero.
so yeah, I think for now I only have girls planned out as characters. So we'll see. Maybe I'll make a dude or an NBA, because you can do that. There is
Nice.
actually in the nice expansion there is a trans girl.
Hmm.
When you go and create a sim, she has well, it's problematic, but she has the body of a man, but she's marked girl. You can do that actually. You can plan your body like you want, and then you can choose the gender, if they can get pregnant or not, if they can pee standing up or not. So basically, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Gender doesn't really exist in The Sims.
I mean, Little, you said so yourself that, like, at one point in your life, you did wish that you had a penis so you can pee standing up.
Oh yeah, that's the only
Also, The
reason.
Sims is great because you can just modify your binaries and remove the checks for gender, and then just have your 2 girl Sims make babies together.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
I
you
just
can
shared a thing in the
choose-
chat for the
you
German
can
comedy
choose if you
about making fun of
oh.
heteros.
if you can impregnate or being impregnated, basically. Unless you are kidnapped by aliens, in that case, only if you have a male biology can you become pregnant with a baby baby alien.
Are we talking about
That makes sense.
Are we talking about like xenomorphs, like Ridley Scott aliens?
No, we are talking about cute aliens.
Oh, okay. Cute
Grays or
aliens.
greens?
I like
No,
it.
they're
They're fun to
all the
catch.
colors you want. They don't have hair, but they have pointy ears and big eyes, and they're very
United
elfish.
Colors
Can
of
you like
Xenoton.
show me a picture of these things?
I can take a screenshot of and create a sim right now if you want.
That would be wonderful.
Can I share my screen somewhere in Discord, or is it not possible?
Yes, there is a way to do it in Discord.
Is it very complicated, and is it a pain
I
in the
keep on
ass?
forgetting how to turn on your camera in Discord.
No, it's not my camera that I want.
Well, because then there's a way to switch back and forth between camera and screen share once you can do that.
And Tom McDonald's is gone for this tech support. On air tech support.
Yeah, I
Let me
am.
see.
I am pretty sure that this is set up to be a voice only channel.
Streamer mod.
I'm looking to see if there's any way to change it to make it.
Nope. Well, I'll take a screenshot.
Hey,
it would
John,
have
will you
been
make me
nice
add-
if I could have filmed
Change
it.
the wrong setting, John.
The audience won't see it, but like Sugargo-chan named the voice channel.
Oh, Social Justice Demon says we can give them hair to the aliens. I didn't know that. Thank you. I never created one, so I'm more into mermaids, and I think I'll make a vampire too.
I like vampires. Vampires are cool. I need to play more Sims. Jeez, I haven't played this game since the first.
I haven't played any of The Sims, but I do have a copy of Sims 4.
You got it when it was free, yeah?
Yeah, I did get it when it was free. Yeah.
I sent you.
I tried to get it when it was free, but
Let's-
EA Origin wouldn't open.
Oh, ooh, yeah. That just sucks when that happens.
Yeah, so just like cool. I guess I just won't play The Sims, like I have been doing since like the 90s.
Yeah. Yeah, I also remember that like I had Joanna had a friend who like missed out on being able to like get the Sims, and so she asked me if like I like send her friend money just so that like she can play the Sims, because like she's also in the same situation that Joanna is, being like homebound and like disabled. So I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Everyone should have the joy of the Sims, and so I did that.
There is a canceled Wii U port of The Sims.
I'm
assuming The Sims 3, because it came out in 2012, or it was announced in 2000.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just like looking through like Sim stuff now.
I still have we still have a Wii U. Well, of course, yes. That's why we invited her. Why wouldn't we?
Yep.
We predicted that was going to happen, and like we were going to get on to like a gaming, and then all three of us were like, all four of us will just like talk about gaming. And
Mithril Hunt, they don't just anally probe them; they impregnate them.
Mm-hmm. Think about it this way: they're just like they're just like Fort Prefix said. They just like have nothing better to do, so they go across the galaxy, find some people in the middle of nowhere, come down to the surface, and just like beep 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 noises.
You underestimate the extent of people will do when they're bored.
Yeah, I mean, I'm replaying Mass Effect right now, and just like with Star Trek, we cross the universe so that we can fuck. I mean, that's the point.
Is it the first one you're playing?
Effect, speaking of
yes, I'm replaying the first one. Then I'll move on to the second, then the third.
I haven't played the second yet.
Are you?
Fuck is wrong with you?
Who are you going to fuck?
She's Shepard is always gay AF.
Okay. So Liara.
Right now it's a femme shep, so it's going to be Liara. Then she's going to let Yeoman Chambers seduce her, and then go back to Liara in the second one, and then in the third one, Liara.
So, but what about my good boy, Caden?
Garrett. Oh,
Oh,
Caden.
well, I'm
Caden
going to
sucked.
replay it after that, and I'm going to make a renegade shepherd who turns paragon because he grew up on Earth running around in a street gang, so he's a repressed homosexual. So in the first game, it'll be Williams. Second game, it'll be what's her nuts, the incredibly damaged Jack Zero, Jacqueline Knott.
Oh God.
Because, got to save her, right? And because she's like emotionally unavailable, she's safe that way. And then in the third game, Caden. That'll be the man ship that I play after I do
Okay,
this playthrough.
Caden is an
I
asshole.
forgive you. Is he? I've only played like the first bit of the first game, and he was sweet.
How's Caden an asshole?
No, he's sweet, but in the second game, he's totally abandoning you, acting like you are a dumb shit.
Well, you
And-
have
and
in
in
the
the
second game
third
you join a
one-
terrorist organization, so
Yeah, because
There's
they send you back to life, and you're doing something good.
You're doing
stop making
good
excuses for the
terrorism?
terrorists.
Like, are you
You're
an
saving the
eco-terrorist?
no, you're saving the fucking galaxy
Good
against
Yes,
practice.
but
Are
you're
an
doing so
eco-terrorist.
on the
And
behalf
AI
of you're working with
overlord.
terrorists.
Eco-terrorism is
No,
advocated for
racist
by
terrorists,
the
human
Social
supremacists.
Justice Alchemy podcast. Just
Yeah, no, they are human supremacists. The group is awful, just plain awful. But this is not the point.
okay, so we don't advocate for those ones, but
No.
the real life ones go burn down like a coal plant or something.
Mhm.
I put you a screenshot, Jamie, in the
actually do that.
Discord with all the faces on the right.
Nice.
That is a lot of aliens.
So you have two forms.
With a
You
very
have
human body.
An alien. You have an alien form and a human form to camouflage yourself.
Mm. But people with magic sunglasses can see you for what you really
No.
are, right?
Oh, they're
No.
pretty. I'm sorry, I just saw it. They're really pretty. I want to.
Yeah, you can make them very pretty. They're prettier than mermaids. The mermaids, you can make them look very scary, and I like that.
I like very scary. I want to kiss the very scary things too. See, my whole thing is I hate humans.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, in video games, when I cannot play humans, I play not humans. Like in
Same.
Dragon Age Inquisition, I'm a sucker for being an elf or a Qunari. But
Yes, I am always a canary.
I have two characters right now. I have a Qunari and an elf.
See, I would never consider anything other than a canary. So my characters, when I play a different one, it's class. That's what changed.
I'm going to play a dude because I want to fuck Cassandra because I love her, but I don't want to. Or I might just download a mod to have Cassandra be bi.
There aren't straight people, so that would make it more realistic.
I still need to play the Dragon Age games as well as the most of the
John,
games.
you haven't played Dragon Age Inquisition. That's why you
I have
don't
not.
like Qunari. When you meet the Iron Bull, you are going to love Qunaris.
I love Iron Bull.
Yeah, me too. It's the best.
I'm pretty sure you said his name was Iron Daddy.
I love Daddy Iron Bull.
Yeah. Basically, you can have a BDSM relationship with him.
If it's not BDSM, is it really a relationship?
And it's apparently it's pretty accurate in the emotional dynamics. I don't know. I'm not really into, well, anything. So I'm not really an expert on that, but according to what I've been told, it's the first time in mainstream media that BDSM relationship is actually believable by the
He's a
BDSM
very good
community.
dom.
No, and
Like
it's cute,
realistically
and
good.
yeah, it's cute and nice, and we're really, really thousands of kilometers away from 50 Shades of Domestic Abuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
was gonna
Germany.
say, one of the big issues with BDSM representations in media is that they literally just depict like abuser abusey
Yeah,
relationships and say this is how doms and subs interact, which is frustrating because that
that's
affects
not
people's
true. Yeah,
real life view of how that works. And then you get people who enter into the community um, and get covered for by other people who think that that's just the way that doms and subs interact, but they're really like protecting abusers. It's a problem.
Yep.
I just noticed the
anyways,
presidential seals that
you
he put
should
in the
play
video.
the Dragon Age games. And if you don't want to play the old stuff like Dragon Age Origins, Dragon Age 2 is shit, so don't bother.
Mm.
Well,
Who are
if
you recommending this to?
anyone play
Oh
the
yeah, yeah.
Dragon Age Inquisition, it's a fucking amazing game.
I am a big fan of Iron Bull as well. I mean Dragon Age Inquisition.
Is it the only character you like, or is it just your favorite?
It's literally the reason I play the game.
Yeah, not me, but I can see that. I can see where
I
you're
hate
coming
the
from.
gameplay loop in like all of those games though. I'm just like, can we get past the gameplay loop? I want to spend time with my internet or with my video game boyfriend.
Okay, you just don't want to play the game. You just want to fuck Iron Bull.
I don't even care about that part. He's just a sweetie.
Yeah, he's a sweetie. I agree. And he's bisexual.
Very.
Well, bisexual. I don't think he gives a shit about gender actually. And
I don't think he
there's a
does
trans
either.
man in Dragon Age
That's
Inquisition
right.
too.
I forgot about that.
I was so pissed when I saw we couldn't romance him. I love him. Krem is
Mm.
so cute.
Wow. Rule34.xxx only has 63 sexy pictures of Iron Bull. He can't be that sexy.
He's a fully developed character, so he's not just an object to tantalize players.
Okay, you don't know how
This
many
is an
pictures there
anime.
are of the various characters from Mass Effect.
Like I said, he's a fully developed character.
Well,
Oh, here's one of him in bondage with some guy.
Oh,
I mean, that makes more sense than not.
is it Dorian? Because when you don't
No,
romance,
well, maybe, I
when
don't
you
know. I've never
don't
played the
romance
Inquisition.
Iron Bull, when you don't romance him, he romances, and you don't romance the other guy. Uh, he romances
Looks like
one.
some blonde guy with a beard,
Yeah, no,
maybe?
no, it's not Dorian.
Cullen.
Oh, it's Colin! Oh my god! Colin is the most hetero guy of this game. and he's still super interesting. I love that character because he has PTSD and is completely fucked. And I love him. I played
Do
an
you
elf
Fucked by
know?
just
Iron
to
Bull.
Did you know that the director of Dragon Age Inquisition was a gay man? Still cis, still white, still garbage, but you
yeah,
know
I'm
that's
Mhm.
not
probably why it is
honestly.
that he knew anything about healthy relationships because straight
Yeah,
people sure as hell don't have that figured out.
honestly, I'm not
Mhm.
surprised at all because non-hetero relationships are not caricatural in that game. Even the relationship with Sarah, I can't fucking stand Sarah. She gets on my nerves. And the relationship with her is fun and cute. But she's no
In Dragon Age
Rosie.
Origins, you can be an elf.
That is
Yes.
accurate.
That's the one I've played, and I've played it once. I should
You
play it
can-
again now that I'm sober.
You can be an elf in Dragon Age Inquisition too. It's just Dragon Age 2 is
But
the
you
only
can't
one
be a
who.
Kunari, so why would you play it?
Yeah, you can't be a Kunari in Origins.
Yeah, exactly. So why would you play it?
To waste time.
You have weird obsessions, Jamie.
I do. Why would you play a video game if you don't get to be the monster?
Hear me out on this one, because you like playing games.
Okay, so that's where you lost me.
I mean, yeah. What? You can't play games with being a monster? What? If you're a monster in the game, you're not playing the game?
If I'm not a monster in the game, then I'm not playing the game. If I'm a monster in the game, I put up with the fact that it's a game to be a monster.
And unsurprisingly, there is a YouTube video, Dragon Age Inquisition, attempting to make a sexy Kunari.
It's
That isn't
easy
even,
to
like,
make
remotely
sexy
hard.
Kunaris. My Kunari is fucking hot as hell. She's amazing.
Like, even if you're talking about, like, conventionally attractive Kunaris, that is, like,
Yeah.
really easy.
Mine is very. She's pretty conventionally attractive. I'm going to post you a screenshot if I
Oh my
find
god,
it.
please.
Where is she though? I haven't played her in a while, so I don't know where I put those fucking screenshots. As soon as I find them, though, you'll see them.
Did you murder your Kunari?
No. If I don't find the screenshots, I can still launch the game and take screenshots. Oh, I found the elf, so the Kunari shouldn't be far from here. Oh no, that's right. I wanted to replay her so she could be a mage, because
Oh
a
yeah,
mage
I love
Kunari
playing
could.
Kunari mages.
Mages get better
Yeah.
bondage spells.
That is not
No,
why.
but that's
They're
not why.
just less of a pain to play.
Mm-hmm.
That's how
think they
you
said-
make the Chantry loots. How to make the Chantry lose their shit? Be a mage Kunari.
They don't like that? Oh, I'm
No.
guessing they don't have
No, they
control
don't.
over the Kunari.
No. They don't have control over the Dalish elves either. And when you play an elf, you're Dalish.
Remember the first game, they were basically fash. The whole
Who?
world was fascist.
Oh, yeah. Well, in the third game, the whole world has kind of exploded, so.
Oh right, yeah. That's like the opening scene.
Yeah, that's why I think I can tell it without spoiling stuff.
Well, you've ruined it. I can't play any of the games now.
Do you know, I just got Breath of the Wild yesterday as a birthday gift.
I heard.
Mhm.
That is a really fun game.
I should play that. Yeah, I bet I really will enjoy it. Just haven't sat down to play it yet.
I get to be
Oh.
a really cute elf girl who is off trying to rescue her like elf boyfriend or whatever it is that dude who's
It's a Zelda
hiding in
game,
the
right?
castle and
Yeah.
Prince Zelda, that's his name. Yeah, so I get to be this cute elf girl named Link and go off and save Prince Zelda. It's cool.
I've pasted you a link, Jamie, to a Facebook album with the screenshots of my Kunari. I'm not going to paste it in the chat, sorry, base, but there is my real name in it in the link,
Mhm.
and this isn't something I want to
Gotcha,
share
yeah.
on YouTube.
Because YouTube is full of evil, awful, shitty people like me.
Yes. Yes.
So I clicked the link, and there are no images.
It worked for me.
Images. It's full of someone named Asasara.
Ashasara.
Asara.
Ashasara.
Ass.
Yes, the dude with horns.
Ass.
It's not a dude.
Oh, okay. My mistake.
It's like Kunari. She's a girl.
You can see them now?
No,
Mhm.
but I heard you say that she was a girl.
Well,
You
we're
can
friends
see-
on Facebook, aren't we?
We are. I don't know what's happening.
What's the thing might be sucking up all your bandwidth.
No, it's it loaded, and then I can go into Leto's photos, and like I can browse around and it all loads.
Click on albums.
Okay, what's the
I
name
was
of the
not a-
album?
George R.
Dragon Age
Martin's making a video
Inquisition.
game?
Gotcha.
Ashasara.
I have no idea about that, Mithril.
Oh my god, she is so pretty.
I love her, and I want to redo her now because I have mods to
I
give her
played this
super
game on
long
the
hair.
PS3, which was easily the worst port. And the game didn't look even close to this pretty, and I'm slightly jealous.
Mm.
Yeah, I like the look of the Cunaries, which look, I'm 5'1", and
You wish you could be 6'4"?
I think they are taller than that. I think Cunaries are maybe 7 feet. What do you think, Jamie?
I think there's probably a wiki that will tell me. I am looking it up right now.
Because when she is standing next to Cullen, she's really
Approach the height of
she's-
7 feet. Yep.
yeah, she's at least one head taller than a man.
Wait,
A
did Steve
human
Bro
guy.
from the first game have horns? I don't think he did.
No, it doesn't. They totally did redid the design of Cunaries in Dragon Age 2.
To make them sexier?
That's right. In the first game, they look totally different.
They were just big dudes with gray skin.
Ooh.
Is
Excuse me.
way less interesting.
Yeah.
People played that game. First of all, you don't get to be a Kunari. Second of all, the Kunari aren't even pretty yet.
Yeah. It's a fucking good game, though. Well, it's an actual RPG game where you
Right, you make choices in it.
Yeah, and those choices can influence the end of the game, you know. So
Well, in the first game, you get a text showing how things were different because of the choices you made.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the first game there.
Mm.
I love the first game.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
But you don't actually get to see big changes. You just get
No,
a
because
text.
it's a little old. Now you can see changes in Inquisition
Ah.
according to the decisions you make, and especially with the expansions.
Sorry about that.
You're not sorry. Don't lie.
Yeah, Jonathan yawning reminded me that I'm not going to stay
Yeah. This we
later.
have
It's
Yeah, it's
10,
like 10 o'clock there.
it's after 10
And you're
p.m.
old.
Yeah. No, I'm okay. I slept all day long, so I'm okay. But my ears are sweating in my headphones, and it's fucking awful. So I really want to take my headphones off.
Yeah. And I think Jonathan and I have somewhere to be in just a little.
Yeah.
Oh, you go to the cabaret again?
Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going tonight. I'll
Okay.
come next week.
I'll let them know.
So fuck off, babes. I love you all.
That was
And
little.
you'll do my pitches, okay?
Yes, I will do the
Oh,
pitches.
I'll do them next week. Who cares? No one comes to see my shit anyway. So okay, I am off. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Love you.
Bye
Bye
bye.
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 Mithril Hunt and Social Justice Demon.
Mhm.
Kisses.
All right, Jonathan, why don't you go ahead and do sign off while Jamie figures out what kind of sign off they want to do.
Well, that was Little Ano. She is the runs the page The Criff Captors on Facebook, and she is also the host of the Misandry Animals Facebook page, and she is an admin at Anarchist Memes, the Facebook group. She is Little Ano on Twitter and Little Ano on YouTube. Tom McDonald was with us earlier in the show, and Tom McDonald is Tom McDonald on Facebook, and also at TS Max on Twitter. And then there's me, Some Random Geek on YouTube, Some Random Geek on Twitter, other social justice, other links as well. But please give money to our friend and comrade Joanna, who always has to beg online in order to live, because if you haven't known already, there's a war on the poor, and she's been impoverished for as long as I've known her. So I'm going to copy the link to her PayPal and post it in the live chat. Please at least share that around so that like more eyes can like see it and like help her out, because she is disabled and raising her kid. And that'll be it for my pitches.
All right, Jamie, anything you want to share?
I am Jamie J, and you can find me on Twitter at Slightly Sluggy, and on Mastodon at Slightly Flighty1 at vulpine.club.
Okay. As for me, in addition to this, I'm also now playing Mass Effect these nights over on Twitch, because Xbox doesn't make it possible to stream to YouTube. Otherwise, I'd be streaming directly to this channel. And so you can catch me there of an evening. I'm also taking part in a completely different sort of podcast, the Dungeons and Debacles podcast. It's a D&D podcast hosted by my friend Kevin, playing an evil party. A lot of fun, completely different. And we are now live streaming that on Twitch at Dungeons and Debacles. Sundays at 2 p.m. Eastern. I don't know what that is in UTC. Sorry, Julie. All right. And that will be that for the Social Justice Alchemy.